Hey everybody, this is the daily live chat for Mardox.com. This is December 2nd, 2016. And as you can see on our background image here, we have a motley crew, like Ernie keeps saying. I'm hoping that's in a good sense. So we're going to do basically a general talk today. I don't see there being a reason to have a specific topic since it's Friday. What did you guys have as an idea for a talk?
For some reason, I'm an administrator today.
You are?
That's what it said when I logged in.
Okay, hold on a second here. Let's take that off. Let's get you off administrator.
Oh no, we can't have Carrie as administrator. Oh no.
Silence everyone, never stop talking.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Here. Make host. Boom. There you go, Carrie. You know that, right, Carrie?
Right.
Right. Have fun. Okay, so yeah, hi guys. This video is hosted on YouTube, and nobody can see me except for my one arm on that one side. Hi.
Here, I'll move my chair closer. So.
Yeah, get over here, Jackie, so people can see us here. I mean, do you want to see everything about us? This is Jackie. This is one of our administrators in our group. And she's here with me at this other location. Okay, so this video obviously is on YouTube for those of you that are watching this on YouTube. Really simple concept. Subscribe to the channel and like the video and comment. Do that and you may win the prize at the end of the month. Really simple thing to do. 3 things: subscribe to the channel and like it and comment. You've got to do all 3 things. You have to do all 3. So I think I'm going to shift my camera back and forth, I think, for today. So today, this month's contest winners, there's going to be 2 winners in December 2016 for 2 $25 Amazon gift cards. So get in there, comment, like, and make sure you're subscribed. At the end of the month, we will then pull the draw for 2 winners, and those 2 winners will then win the prizes. Now, we know Ernie needs a $25 gift card just to pay his groceries. I think John would like to have one, I think. Right, John?
Oh, yes.
What would you guys do with $25 at Amazon?
Well, let me see. There's got to be a comic book I don't have yet. I'm sorry, they're graphic novels now.
Ah, is that what they are now?
Yeah, they don't call them comic books anymore, you know. They call them graphic novels and charge you $8 for one.
Yeah, that's it.
Unless it's the classic one, then they charge more.
That's it. Oh my God, you guys saw my dirty jeans. I left my house. I have to empty out my pickup truck. I left my house. I looked out the door. I said, okay, it's not raining. It's just a little bit of drizzle. I didn't say anything, no problem. I left. I go to open the door and it starts to pour. Okay, now I have to empty out the back of my pickup truck before I came here, because after this, I'm off to go pick up a TV set and a desk that I picked up on a classified ad site. And for those of you in Canada, it's Kijiji. So got downpoured on, soaked. My jeans are just drenched. Got in the truck, came over here. Freezing rain started to fall. I was like, oh, jeez. So I'm hoping it's going to be nice by the time I head back out, because I'm transporting one of these particle board desks in the rain. Even if it's tarped, it's going to work, you know. It's one of those things. So I look like hell today. So back to our topic. What would you buy? So Ernie, you would buy a graphic novel, adult or non-adult related?
I'm sorry?
Adult or non-adult related?
Oh, Kitty, of course.
Okay.
You know, I don't do any of that weird stuff. You know, I mean, I want bunnies and roadrunners and, you know.
We got hold on a second, we got a message from Patsy. In the middle, I cannot hear you guys. Just watch. Yeah, Patsy, turn up your volume. Hold on a second here. I can't type and speak at the same time.
Of course, then you're trying to type what you're speaking.
Well, this is why I like to have multiple people in the chat. So when I'm sitting there typing, you got somebody else, you know, flapping their lips, so it makes me look good. So, John, what would you buy at Amazon for $25 US?
Probably something electronic, like maybe a USB stick or something like that.
You want a USB stick for $25? No problem. I'll give you my PayPal account. I got tons of them in a box.
I don't know. I don't know. I would have to see it's available, and I'm sure they've got some neat stuff for $25. You see, and
Yeah, I got a bunch of USB memory keys because I used to buy content off eBay. That's where I got my content, and a lot of them were shipped on USB stick because 16 gigs, 32 gigs, 64 gigs. But what people don't realize is once you've got it, you copy it to a hard drive, you can erase that stick and use it for whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're getting a real good bonus. But the guy that bought, let's say, for example, I paid $100, let's say, for 2,000 ebooks on a stick. The guy put it on, say, 32 gigs. Well, to spend $100, he maybe spent $5 for the memory stick. You know. Hi, Belinda. How are you doing today?
Hey, so I had to reboot my computer because I downloaded something and had to restart it.
Now we're almost there, guys. Get on Skype while you're waiting and while you're not talking. Get on Skype and invite people in. I want to see 10 users in here today. We got to see.
I took my Skype broadcaster and just did everybody on my list at the same time.
That would be cool. Carrie, you got control, right? So, you would go for a memory stick or technology with Amazon. That's good. Me, myself, if I was allowed to win it, because I'm not allowed to win it, apparently. It's not ethical to run a contest and the same person who runs it is part of it.
It's called rigged.
Yeah. It's called rigged.
I want to call somebody live.
I think Kelsey is would like earrings if she won.
Earrings. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
A diamond ring would be good. A real one, that is.
Yeah. Hey, Carrie, you want to take care of that? Carrie, you're still there, right?
Why is it beeping?
That's Belinda.
I'm calling somebody to come in.
Belinda's trying to contact the alien.
Mute it in the meantime until they come in. Yeah, Jackie, what would you buy, Jackie, for your $25 gift card? Since you're a member, you're not an administrator, you're just one of those people that just come into our site all the time. What would you just Jackie with her hot chocolate mug?
Tea.
Tea.
Yeah, because sometimes it's hot chocolate, sometimes it's tea. I'm the only one out of my family that does not drink coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
Or alcohol.
So what would you buy with a $25 gift card?
Video games.
Video games. Anyone in particular?
If I can find it, X-Men Evolution.
X-Men Evolution. Yeah, that'd be a good one. How about you, Carrie? Any suggestions? I gotta check and see because Carrie's almost administrator on the level. I'm not sure Carrie can win it, but it's not a big deal right now. She is still a member. She's not paid or anything. But what would you get? What would you buy, Carrie, if you won a $25 gift card?
I don't know.
But they don't sell that at Amazon.
No.
You'd be surprised.
They don't
I'd
sell
probably
it.
buy a book or something.
Really?
Or maybe a kitchen appliance.
A kitchen appliance for $25. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, yeah, I would probably get a book for my wife. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Keep the wife happy. You get the winnings and she gets the happiness.
Of course.
That's how it works. That's how it works. You know?
Smart.
A wise man indeed.
Yeah.
When you've been married as long as I have, you learn the tricks.
Oh, I was gonna mention something. Just give me one. I gotta share the screen again. I was gonna mention to our members. Look at the beautiful thumbnail that we have going on for our members. This was all photos submitted by our members, and the like Carrie, myself, John, Patsy came out pretty good. Patsy's photo in the middle there. She had green foliage in her photo, the original, like blurred out far in distance trees. It took me quite a while to get all the green out. Just to show you how green her photo was. Look at her hair. There's a reflection of the green from the foliage around her in the hairs that were in the photo. And I did a great job, I think, with making Ernie look good. I mean,
that was a major job in itself, just trying to.
Yeah.
I think you made us all look pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I think so. Ernie, just a word of advice. The next time, put a backdrop, like a green sheet or a red sheet, solid color behind you, not wood paneling, please.
Yeah, well, that's all I could come up with until my wife can take a better picture. I kept asking Nelson to try to take a few years off the photo and add a little hair, but
well, I even took the ones that were in the nose out, so that's pretty good, I think.
I thought he'd come back and say, I'm a programmer, not a miracle worker.
Yeah, Jackie was actually the hardest one to do. The first time, the one on the far right of the screen, Jackie was the hardest because the first photo she sent me was a light gray T-shirt on a white wall. And I was like, oh, no. You know, John's wasn't as hard to do, but Jackie's was tough. So Jackie had to resend me her photo last night.
Or else it would just in my head.
Yep.
It's kind of like the polar bear in a snowstorm story, you know?
Yep. Yeah. But you know what's really cool is having Carrie on the far left makes us all look excellent.
Okay.
Rainy.
Oh yeah, of course it's green. I took it that was done against the wall at the house.
So where's Belinda?
How do I get back to it now? I got to get back to Zoom. Hold on, people. I got to get back to Zoom. There we go. Okay, now let's go back to.
So where's Belinda's picture?
Say it again.
Where's Belinda's picture?
I hounded her all last night, this morning. I can't take a photo because of this. I gave her suggestions. I'm like, Belinda, there's a way to take a photo.
You have a cell phone, you can take a photo.
No, she's limited with her. She's got a webcam that's finicky. So we'll. I think what we'll do is we're going to do a fundraiser and we're going to buy her a proper webcam, camera or something. I think our next fundraiser is going to be to raise money to get a camera.
or she can just go to the post office, get one of the pictures off the wall. And send it to you.
Yeah, but you'll have to cut out the part. You'll have to cut the part that says "wanted" at the top.
Yeah. We'll be back with this.
That's what mine says. Mine says "wanted," so it's like, you know, it's not like the olden days, dead or alive. It just says "dead." Oh geez, it's awesome being able to get in here and have all you guys in here. This is cool. This is really cool. So what topics do you guys have for today? Do you guys have anything you want to talk about specifically, or?
Yeah, you know what we talked about in one of my English classes today. We talked about.
Hi, Eugene.
And hey, Eugene. We talked in one of my English classes today about why do aliens only contact America? And we were talking about language and culture.
Can we say North America? Can we say that? Because I know people in Mexico who have said that they've been in contact with aliens, and I'm Canadian, and it's happened here too.
Oh, okay. But in the movies.
Actually, I got a story about this, and it really freaks me out. And it's like, it's one of those things that my daughter and I were shoveling snow, last year or year before? Last year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year. And yeah, because Grandpa was still at the other place, right? And we're driving down the road after shoveling snow. We're getting to the end of the run. We're tired. And it's foggy, thick fog in the winter. It's foggy. It's melty, thick, heavy snow. It's disgusting. We're driving up this road that we don't usually take. We've taken it a few times, and it's dark. Put my high beams on, driving along, and I see this pulsing orange light. Like not a blinky at the top of a post, but it's too low for that. It's just above the tree line, and it's a big, like, orange pulse, slow pulse. And it's not something I usually see. what was worse was it was a huge glow, like relative to me or our vehicle, it would have been like 10 times the size of our vehicle and glowing just past the tree line beside the road. We stopped and said, what is that? We thought at first, okay, it's got to be one of the posts, like the cell phone towers, you know. But then when we drove back the next day, now this is the part that's weird, we realized that we were near something. And now, granted, the fog does distort the lighting, but it wasn't that thick. It was like a 50% fog, you know. The next day we drove back. Yeah, there is a post there, but it's about 300 meters, 900 feet into the woods. And that light, even from the street, is about 5 times higher up than where we saw the original light. Then to this day, we say to ourselves, there had to have been something there at that moment when we drove by. There had to have been, because there's no explanation for that light.
He even went and asked the people who own the property that thing's on. And he says, yeah, it's always been up there. He says, does it ever come down? Like you have to like move it down or something? He goes, nope.
Like to repair it, because some of these towers, they got lights that come down. And they say, no, there's no one that doesn't move. And I said, are there any lights halfway up the tower? And they say, no, there's not.
Wow.
And really freaky, really, really freaky. These are people that live right below the base of the tower.
Okay. Interesting.
Really freaky. So there's got to be something. So I think they do contact North America. I'm pretty sure of it.
Well, they're probably
because
but America, and especially because the movies make it only seem like just America.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they were talking about in class. And now this is a bunch of Germans, right?
Wow.
And,
Does Germany get any encounters? Have you heard stories of Germans saying they've been encountered?
I've never heard anything. And the guys didn't mention anything, the students?
Aliens either think you're superior or they're still afraid.
I think they're going over America because they're still trying to find intelligent life here, and they haven't yet.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That was a good one.
Were you saying, Carrie?
I like that. They're still looking for intelligent life.
Well, Carrie was looking for intelligent life up until about what, Carrie? 20 years of age, roughly, and then you met Tom.
Yeah.
At that point, did you find intelligent life, or did you just give up and settle with that?
I think I gave up by that point. Oops! Don't show my husband.
Yeah, it's not show your spouse day today.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. Yeah, you're right, because Hollywood is the one that portrays the aliens being North America. Even when you listen to the stories of aliens, there's Papua New Guinea. There's a couple of documented cases of Papua New Guinea of let's call them lights that were documented. There's Russia that's got a few cases of lights, like strange lights and strange things in the sky. But Russia, let's face it, that could just be unknown planes or aircraft, you know. I think a lot of the lights that we've seen here in North America have to do with drones, because we have a store-bought drones, I think existed 10, 15 years ago, but none of that explains anything going back to the 1940s, you know. But it's funny that Germany, you don't have any stories. Now, could it be the people will not talk about it because they don't want to be shunned? Or is it really just nobody at all that just doesn't?
You know, I never really thought about it one way or the other. And it's just, yeah.
I say that because we have family, we call them family, but there's people that are closely connected to my family, because my wife and her mother and all that, they come from Estonia. So it's not far from Germany and all that. You know where Estonia is, right, John?
No.
You don't know where Estonia is? Really?
John.
I'm not a geography buff.
Go look it up. Tina's going to hurt you now when she meets you. But there's a lot of Germans that we deal with and we interact with, and I find that they're very proud people. They wouldn't normally come up and say, yeah, we saw strange lights.
Yeah.
You know, it's because they don't want to be looked at as fools.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is Germany like that?
Germans are proud people, yeah. And Germans are also logical people. And
They'll analyze stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just not a conversation that I ever remember having at any time, and I've been here over 20 years now.
And in North America, you're bound to find someone who's going to talk about it.
It's a common topic, you know. Even when you know, I talked about the sounds of letters and this and that and the other thing, and silent letters and so on and so forth. And you know how we have either we say blah 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 or blah blah blah, which to use a or an, right? And there's certain rules. And then I use UFO as an example, right? I say a UFO or unidentified flying object. And even then, nobody ever talks about anything. Yeah, so interesting question. I never thought of it. Yeah.
No, it's and you gotta really. I gotta send you a video of grade A under A. We should be able to find it. Go look on YouTube. Type in grade A under A, all one word, and with a space and put English. And I'm sure you'll find this video. So grade A under A, that's his username.
Okay.
Space English, just like a space in between two words and a word English. And I think you'll find one saying grade A under A, his thoughts on the English language. And he's really hilarious. And he talks about how different words are, if you're looking for it now, don't play it because it'll be in the stream and you know what YouTube will do, right? YouTube likes us as long as we play with their sand and their sandbox, even if it has kitty litter in it. He talks about the English language, and you see it, the little drawn character, black on white.
Why the English alphabet is stupid.
Yeah. Listen, when you're done with this, listen to that. Subscribe to him too. That guy is really cool. That guy is number one. And but he talks about the different words and how things are spelled. Like I can't think of any of the words, but how the different words are spelled. He shows them how they're spelled, and they're spelled differently. They mean totally different things, but they all sound the same.
Of course, we had that in the lesson today. Yeah.
I said, hey, guys, we're not allowed disappearing all together there.
Yeah, Carrie came on and disappeared.
Yeah.
Well,
Ernie's gone. Carrie's gone.
I talked to my guy. He's going to come in as a member, but he can't do it today, so maybe he'll join us tomorrow because he won't be home till the chat's over.
No problem.
That's fine.
He can always watch it after. There we go. I rented high-speed internet for this today.
Oh.
I'm proud of you, Nelson.
Look, I can't reach.
Pat yourself. That's a boy.
yeah, he doesn't have that good of reach.
Yeah, I can't reach. I hurt my elbow trying to pat myself on the back in the old days.
He won't ask Jackie to do it because she'll hit him too hard.
Yeah.
We already saw that coming.
When I was younger, we kept telling Jackie, she said, Jackie, I'm Jackie, I smash.
Hey, now, Nelson, did you happen to notice on yesterday's comments for the recording that Anthony Harris was down there, and he made a comment. He says he usually doesn't do webinars, doesn't go to webinars, but he enjoyed watching the video.
Yeah.
And,
Tony Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, but this guy really, he's like a video guru. He's really some of the tricks and tips that I'm using to this day, I learned from one of his training videos. And
hold on a second. Anthony Ayers or Tony Ayers?
He probably has Tony on there, but same guy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he actually has a real wild haircut in that old photo, and it was a thing he was doing. And you see him now; it doesn't even look like the same picture. But
okay.
But this guy,
he's one of our editors.
Yeah, this guy there, he's
I'm gonna pull it up here in a second here.
He's a real video guru. He's a great guy.
Yeah, because he does. Tony Harris does our article pile at Mardox.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this guy, if you guys ever have a chance to learn from him, he will teach you things about video you never even realized were possible. And one of the tricks he taught me was a long time ago too, is when you have a boom mic, don't put it toward your mouth like this. Put it down lower, just put about chin level or below your chin, And you not only do you eliminate all those little pops and things that can happen, but it gives you a different tonality. And but this guy, he's something else. Yeah, we're lucky to have him as our editor, if that's what he's doing. And
he's running the Mardox article pile, and it's there. Yeah, got it.
You know, the problem I've had with headsets is the mics never work on them, no matter what kind of headset I have. So I end up using a standalone mic that plugs into the USB port, as well as the mic built into my webcam.
It's probably conflicting with your brainwaves or something, Belinda. Maybe.
You know what, John?
Yeah,
I'm going to pay you a visit.
Hey, he's in Germany. He's safe. John, well, that's the thing now. John thinks he's safe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. He's talking about him down here, right? This is the one you're looking at?
That's the guy.
I'm not sure if it's the same as Anthony Ayres, because the last name is spelled different.
Oh, well, maybe it isn't, but I'll have to find out, because you'll have to find out. But if it's the same, I thought it was the same guy, because see that photo that they have there, that he has there, that was the old picture that the Anthony Ayres was using that I was thinking of. Because he was using a wild picture like that, because he was doing some sort of a thing where, you know, he would grow his hair out for so long, and
back when he was Bigfoot.
That's it.
You know, that's what I used to look like before I lost it all.
Really?
No way.
Oh, Jesus. You had hair? Oh, come on. Stop pulling my leg.
You're German. Are you German, Ernie?
Yeah, there's some German in there. There's a little bit of everything in there. I'm kind of a mutt.
I'm trying to
okay. I'm just a Lakota Rican, and I know Nelson's going to say he's, what was that name you gave yourself?
Me?
Or somebody else you knew as a I can't remember how you said it.
No. I got a person who his wife is Moroccan and he's Mexican, and I refer to them as Moroxicans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as bad as somebody saying let's add Christmas and Kwanzaa together and make it Christmas.
Quit. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I just keep this PC today, right, guys? I gotta keep it, you know.
I'm never PC.
I'll never go PC. What's that?
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. Anybody here ever done any domaining?
Nice.
Domain flipping?
And what is your opinion of that?
I was gonna take 2 seconds to show you, but we had a dog watching us 2 seconds ago.
A peeping dog.
Yeah. Peeping dog. Sorry about the move around the camera here. I'm trying to get this stabilized here.
Ernie, did you mean flipping domains?
Yes.
I've tried flipping sites and domains. It wasn't very profitable for me, but maybe for some others it is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, what you do is you find a domain at a low price, or you create a domain, and you get it registered at a low price, and then you basically put it up for resale, and you pocket the profit, you know, the difference. And I just wondering what people, you know, what kind of opinions people have on that, because some people have said, well, that's just crazy, you know, you're taking a perfectly good domain and charging people so much more than what it's really worth, you know, and it's kind of a ripoff, you know. But I've heard other people say, hey, this is a great service because you can make a nice chunk of change if you come up with a good domain. So I was just wondering if anybody had any opinions on that kind of online business.
I think.
Well, I did do that, but the hold on. So I'm trying to see here if I got an option to clean this up a little bit here. I thought there was options in here. I thought there were options.
I could tell you my experience. I took almost every course I could find on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you right now, if I go to my register where I just buy my normal domains for myself, if I come up with, here's the interesting thing. I don't know if it was like that back then, but like right now, if I come up with a really good name that I want to buy, they'll say I have to buy the premium price.
Yeah.
Through my register. So there's something to it. But for you to buy it at a cheap price, forget it, because apparently they're already on top of the game now, where maybe they weren't before, but they are now. So for you to even own it, you have to pay for it like that.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it.
You know, usually I like to come up with my own. But one thing that I found, and I don't know if this is still the case, but a few years ago, if you did your searches through GoDaddy, and if you did a bunch of searches and you come up with some really good domain names, if you didn't buy them right away, GoDaddy would see you doing that. They would buy them, raise the price, and sell them.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know they did that.
yeah, so I didn't either, but there was talk about that, and I saw that happen, and it's like, wow, I wonder if that's really true. And I don't know, maybe
This happened to me once years ago when I first started doing stuff online with English and everything. I had made my own website and stuff like that, and I let the domain name expire accidentally, you know, and I wanted to register it again, and they wanted me to pay $100 for it.
My wife had one. It's that we let lapse because she hadn't used it in years. So I said, I'll just let it go. Now they want like $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
I got one that I did that for, and it's $58,000 they want. Now, how that's determined is this: when you let a domain go, they look at the estimated value of the traffic based on Alexa. They look at the Google rank of the domain, just the domain. Then they calculate the traffic versus the Google rank and determine if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-letter domain. Anything over 5 letters is pretty much obsolete. Mardox is valued right now at $24,000.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, but the one domain I had was osir.com, and it got put up for auction. It never got bought. It's $58,000 to grab it.
Wow.
Well, you know, I just think that's kind of a little bit of a ripoff, and I for that reason, I no longer do any of my domain searches at GoDaddy. I go over to Namecheap. I've never had one of my searches swiped at Namecheap. Namecheap, but I bought from both places, and I continue to buy from both places, especially if I can get a good promo code coupon or something. But I would caution anybody out there, I don't know if they're still doing that or not, but think twice before you do a domain search at GoDaddy, because they may swipe it out from under you and then try to charge you a lot more.
Or what you do is you contact me and I'll register the domain for you. $20 a year. It comes with the domain name privacy, and I guarantee I will not swipe the domain up underneath you.
But you still got to search it somewhere, and that's what I'm saying. It's that when if their algorithm or whatever they got set up was really watching searches, and they're thinking, oh wow, there's one that looks really good, we're going to swipe that and mark it up. You know.
You mean like if I have my software do it?
Today's episode is brought to you by stomach burning, gut wrenching, teeth rotting acid in a bottle. Get your bottle.
Pepsi is the way to go. Thank you.
There she is. Now quick, snap a picture.
Are they paying you for product placement? I think you better give them a call.
Here's what happens. I'm gonna give you guys a little tip here. People, like, if you have like 50 domains that you own for, I don't know, whatever program or whatever reason you have them, you're better off going, well, the GoDaddy and other ones like GoDaddy have this domain club where you pay like $100, $200 a year, and then you get your renewals for like $7, $8 a year. But to me, that kind of offsets it kind of defeats the purpose, because if you're paying that $100, $200 a year membership, not including all the domains you own, then that kind of just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but you got to be buying like 100 domains a year.
Well, they say at least 50, but here's the thing. I only use GoDaddy for hosting, and my main domain, I got it on sale, so I paid like less than $5 for the next 10 years of my BelindaCondell.com. For all other domains that I didn't know if I was going to have for long, because I didn't know if I was going to need them later, I went ahead and kept them on another site called Domains Priced Right. You know, it's a very cheap, it's a people don't realize a lot of these other registers are just like when you buy generic foods, not all, but a lot of them are under the what you call it, the brand name. Like a lot of them could be under GoDaddy, but they're cheaper because they're a generic.
No, they can't be anymore. You cannot anymore. The domain registration regulations dictate that you have to disclose who you're registering through. Myself, I can say you're registering through Mardox.com because I'm a domain registered, just like GoDaddy, just like Two Cows, just like Internet. But if somebody is a sub-seller to say it's through Two Cows, they have to say now that you're going to be registering through Two Cows.
Okay, well, the point is that I use a cheaper register site for years now. I only use GoDaddy for my one domain that you have to have with your hosting. I make sure to get it on sale. But now if I try to renew my other domains, if I were to have a GoDaddy, they would charge me higher the next year. So even though I don't want to have two different sites, I'm better off going to the cheaper site and keeping them registered the same price every year, other than when it goes up $1, which is everywhere.
That's right. Hey, Carrie, go ahead, Carrie. Beat that kid. Beat him. Go on.
Oh, Carrie.
Hey, is it just me, or is it that you're seeing less and GoDaddy is offering fewer and fewer promo codes for existing members? They used to be able where you could get renewal coupons all the time.
You can't get them as plentiful as you used to.
But why do they want to? Think about it. They've got how many million people buying domains from them now? They don't need it.
Oh,
I pay more than I have to.
we have to give John 10 extra cents every single day, because every day he's sitting there with promotion.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mardox Cup.
There you go, John. Look, you're gonna now from now on, you're gonna get 10 cents more a day every time you show the cup. So far, you're up to like 90 cents. Guys, this conversation here. Let's move on from this. Domain registration is fine, but Ernie was talking about domain flipping. We kind of veered off and went in just to domain registration. So domain registration is one point, but domain flipping is not just domain registration. It's also the buying of the site, the content in the domain. Because there's no point in buying a domain name that has traffic and then say, here, I'm going to sell it. You've got to buy the content, the website, the login. Ernie knows what I'm talking about. You had a couple of sites like that, right, Ernie?
Yes.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is you buy a site, you make it better, you bring in some traffic, then you try to sell it to somebody else. If I understand correctly, that's what you're saying?
No, that's I'm just talking about just plain registry names or buying existing names at a low price, expiring names or expired names, and so on and so forth, and
I've
then
done
flipping them at a higher price. But what you're talking about is something like what's done over at I can't remember the name of the company.
Yeah. Well,
He's talking about domain. He's talking about website flipping and domain flipping are separate. I've done both.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. But the domain flipping, you have to be careful too. If you're going to buy it for $7, it's fine. And let's say, for example, NelsonBuck.com. I come across NelsonBuck.com and I see that someone's trying to sell it for $150, to make money. What's stopping me from going out and get Nelson or -buck.com, or .net, .org, .biz, .quebec.ca. There's 1,000 different domains I can get with the name Nelson Buck. And now, granted, this is an example. Superhotcars.com, but then I can get it with hyphens in it. I can get it with hotsupercars.com. In order to flip a domain like that, you would have to dominate that name times everything that's encompassing. A lot of people are going to say, oh, screw it. I'll pay $9 and I'll have a hyphen in it. Who cares?
I've done that. I've done that where I buy the package deals that they have where you can get it in .org, .net, whatever, and then hyphen without. But it wasn't worth it because who's going to buy Belinda Condell? I mean, I'm not going to worry about that. I just keep .com and keep it simple. One
person wants to buy NelsonBuck.com because this person in the United States called Nelson Buck, and he wants it. And I said, no. I told him, give me $100,000 and I'll sell it to you. How often can you get a John? Go look up johnbrewer.com and see if it exists. We're going to snatch it right now. Same with you guys. You guys want your own domain name with your own name. That's awesome to put on a business card. Think about it. That's valuable. If you guys are interested in doing it, let me know later tonight and we'll register them. We'll snatch them up.
Hey, Ernie, it's your turn. Basically, Carrie's had a family member on. I'm here with Nelson. John seems to have a family member. So your turn. You got to pull a family member in for the camera today.
Now look carefully. Compare me to Ernie. I'm black. You can't. Because I'm colorblind.
My son. Hey, my son. This is my son, Patrick. And
I was wondering why you have a white boy.
You want me to stop it an hour later?
You gotta tell your son. There's one thing I gotta tell your son. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. When you peel back your skin, you're all pink.
And he finally, because he listens, because I'm all in the living room, you know. He had never actually seen Nelson before, and he finally saw him the other day, and he said, "Wow, he's white. I thought he was black."
There's days I would love to be black, seriously. Just to rub it in people's faces. I would own it. I would own it. You know? Yesterday, we're standing in line. Sorry, Ernie, we're going to get back to a domain flipping thing in a second. I was standing in line at the pet store. Now, I'm English, and we're in a French province, very French, like 90% French. My daughter and I are there, and we're speaking English. And one of the ladies turns and looks at me with this like dirty look, like, like you're speaking English. And I turned back to her, and I'm like, and I said, why are you glaring at me? She goes, "Oh, you're speaking English." I said, "Yeah, that's my language." And I'm saying this to her in French. And I think that threw her off. I turned around, I spoke perfect French to her, with no accent. And it's like, less hate, people, more love.
Si, senor. More si, senor.
Yeah.
Let's put the French and Spanish together.
Yeah, ¿y qué pasa, señorita?
No comprende.
Yeah, no comprende. Yeah, that's it.
Well, on the subject of domains, I was also wondering, there's so many extensions now, .club, .this, .that.
.tv.
Here's the question, and I think that's really diluted the effectiveness of domain flipping. But here's the other question: is that I would like some opinions on that too. What do you think, gang? Is that really effective? I mean, is anybody actually going to type in Mardox.club?
No.
Is everybody going to go to that .com right off the bat?
.com's the best traffic. I'll tell you that right now. They have .org, .tv for specific groups. Like that's where they originally were getting them from.
Right.
And,
when I get around and I can scrape up, I think it's $1.2 million US. I am going to register the top level domain .mardox. That way, all our members can have John.mardox. Ernie.mardox. I want that Mardox name as a top level domain, but it's one or 1.2 million US dollars to register that
really?
First domain. It's huge. It's a huge amount. Yeah.
Hey,
So these organizations went out and they registered .space, .cinema, .museum. Yeah, it works, but I mean now you got everybody going out and grabbing Google .whatever, for example. It's like Google grabbed all theirs, YouTube grabbed all theirs. To what end? How many domains do you want to own? And then ultimately it all comes down to, do you own the .com? That's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sites like GoDaddy, they get you on this. They'll charge you like $2 for .info. And then the next year they get you. But here's the thing. .info should be good for like a secondary landing page. Like I learned how to use .info for just secondary pages where you don't need to worry about traffic. Because if you want traffic, that's where you use the .com part.
But now if you go back, now this is something that I think is going to hit a lot of people in the near future. And I hope to God we got to ear tag this video, because in the future I'm going to come back to it. The .coms, .nets, .orgs, .info, .biz, all that stuff, they have regulatory guidelines as to what you're supposed to use them for. Any domain ending in a .country ending, .ca, .us, .br, things for Brazil, those are for that country. You have to be a citizen in that country normally. .italy, like I have one for .italy, IL, but I have someone there living there who is my agent running that domain for me. So Mardox.il will have online soon. If you want to have a .ca, you'd have to go through me, and I would have to say I own the domain because you're not here in this country, you see. But I can do it, but it's just that you have to trust the crap out of me. Now, .com and .biz are meant for commercial and business.
Yeah.
So that's good. .net is supposed to be for networks, meaning more than one server in separate facilities that connect to each other, a network. Yeah. .org is supposed to be for nonprofit organizations. .info is supposed to be for informational purpose only. I think what's going to happen is in the near future, in the next couple of years, is the domain registrars are going to come down hard, and they're going to say, oh, you have a .info, but you're selling a service?
Yeah.
Blocked. You're running a .net, but you're not a network, block. And then they're going to say, if you want it unblocked, now you got to pay a license.
But right now it's like, Belinda says, you know, you go to GoDaddy and they're trying to sell you everything related to that. All those top level and secondary level domains they're trying to get you in on. So they're not doing anything to inform you that these are supposed to be used or should be used for certain purposes. They're actually encouraging you to buy all these other ones outside your range of what you would even need them for.
And when they came out with these new domains, .museum, .government, .news, they said museums is only for museums or anybody has a museum type thing. You could be like like a little mini Elvis museum if you want, you know. But your website has to be a museum site. A news has to be a news site. Now that's pretty broad because that could be anybody doing commentary on any video on YouTube. You could have a news, you know. But it has to be related to that and not selling vitamin supplements to the public. Yeah, you see. So yeah, it's gonna. I think they're gonna come down at some point. They're gonna say, okay, now the regulations are gonna get in place. We've seen it with PayPal. We've seen it with a couple of other sites. We're seeing it with YouTube right now. Channels getting shut down. People are getting banned because they're doing stuff on YouTube they're not supposed to be doing. They're doing commentary, but they have the other person's video playing. You know, the commentary on that other video, and they did it to us. We put a video up to show a gecko running away from snakes. Boom! At the end of the day, the channel was blocked. The video was blocked, taken down, and I got a notification saying, "Do it again, and your channel's gone." Wow. It's like, oh wow, yeah, seriously.
Here's BMO, there's Daily Motion, but they don't get the kind of traffic like YouTube, as we said before, and YouTube knows that they monopolize it.
Yeah. You know, and I'm going to a point pretty soon. If I can get the funding, I want to make it so our members can upload their videos straight to the Mardox account, and you can distribute it where you want. As long as you don't break copyrights, you're good. You know, but I mean to say, hey, look at this video, I don't think that's wrong. You know. But I understand it does get touched, but the way they went about it, they just, they brought down the hammer. It was like, bang, done, you know.
The PayPal effect.
Yeah, that's it. Well, power tripping almost, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Craigslist, that's YouTube, that's a lot of big places.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing with YouTube is if they shut down or ban your account, you have no idea why. I mean, they will just say you violated the terms of service somehow. It's just like the thing going on with PayPal. They will say basically, this is it, it's final. You don't have any chance to explain anything, any chance to contact them. They just said, you're gone. And
every one of these videos, now this is a suggestion to anybody who does videos on YouTube. Every video you do, make sure you copy and keep a copy of it on your hard drive. Now, you can go in and upload it to YouTube. Make sure that it's published, and then once it's published and processed, go back in and say download. That way you get a smaller version. Like this version today is going to be like 2 gigs in size. By the time I upload it to YouTube and download it, it'll be about 500 megs. You know. Well,
remember I said this before, Nelson? I said that I had made 155 training videos, how-to, generic, no names. As far as I know, I wasn't violating any terms or service because I'm not like that. And and it happened at the worst time because I did it on my old computer. That went bye-bye, and I didn't have a chance to I knew to back it up, but I didn't get a chance to back it up onto another server. And YouTube didn't take my channel away, but they took all my videos away, and it discouraged me for 2 years from making more videos just for that, because it took me forever to make those videos and edit them and all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Keep a copy of it on your hard drive, because once it's on your hard drive, nobody can take it away from you.
Well, I know, but that's the thing. I couldn't even do that because of the timing.
No, but do it as you make them. Yeah. And that's the biggest mistake when you do graphics, you do software, or make graphics or videos. Keep the original files, keep them, because you can go back to it later on and recreate it, modify it. A lot of people will make a video and then delete all the clip art, delete everything, and only keep as the MP4. And when the time comes, you got to edit an MP4. All you got then is an audio track and a video track. That's all you got. Keep the original content, back everything up, back it up, use Dropbox, use whatever you can. So what I was talking about, going back to domain flipping, you guys were talking about actually buying domains cheap and then selling it at a higher price.
Domain, yeah.
Another thing I think Belinda's saying, I thought it was domain flipping. I always refer to it as domain flipping because I buy a domain with the software on it. And oh boy, who's scratching? Who's scratching?
It's giving me goose pimples.
Yeah, somebody mute your microphone, please. Oh my God. You're whoever that is, you're this close. This close.
You better get our channel banned.
So basically, you were talking about website. You were thinking of website flipping, which is the site itself.
And I've done that. But what usually happens is I buy a website. In fact, Mardox.com is one of those sites that I bought. I bought Mardox.com from a company that went out of business, and the host of the domain sold Mardox with its template. This is back in 97, 98, I think, 96, 97. And I bought the template, the look. In fact, if you go back on the Wayback Machine, go and do a search for a Wayback Machine and type in that site, type in Mardox.com. I think it goes back to 96. I think you can see the original blue and white logo, white website with a blue strip down the left-hand side. It was MAR white on blue, white lettered on blue, and then DOX, blue letters on white. And it was neat at the time, but today it's like, oh, you look at that, you're like, oh, why am I here? You know?
What were you thinking?
Yeah, that's it. When I bought the site, everything, my idea was I'm going to sell it. The reason being is because the site was listed and shown in the show Side Factor. At one point, one of the characters say, just let me go online and let me look up to see if there's any paranormal activity. And when she's going, that same site, MARDOX, showed up because the host that owned Mardox, the Mardox name used to be owned by a company called Meridian Documents. They used to do document scanning and all that. And they were supposed to put documents on CD. They went out of business. The domain was then used in Side Factor temporarily. In one of the episodes, it says MARDOX. I went over and talked to Jonathan. I said, how much will you sell it to me for? He said $5,000. The next day, I had the money wired to him. So I had the domain Mardox.com. So that's the history.
That's how you came up with the name.
Yeah.
I was wondering because it didn't associate with your name at all. Because like for me, it would have to be some kind of association for some kind of reason that you would pick it.
That's it. Well, my idea was, it already had the traffic. It did have traffic because of the show. I had people going to it. So yeah, we made a lot of money off that. But then I bought some other websites, and every time I buy a website and I think, okay, I can make this website better, and at least the client database, I can get them to come over to Mardox and sign up. But I ultimately always just wind up keeping the site and running it for myself. I never get around to actually selling it. Where the idea was buy it and then sell it, but I never get around to selling it. It's always I keep it and I make it better and better and better, and then ultimately it dies and we want better stuff.
Honestly, you know how business is a numbers game in a lot of things that we do, right? Well, when it comes to domain or website flipping, especially just the domains alone, it's a gamble because there can be big paydays, but how many domains do you have to go through before you find that one that possibly will really give you any real money?
Now, you got to be careful. I'm going to say this to all our members. There's a user out there on YouTube called King Human, right? At kinghumanelite.com. He talks about domain flipping and website.
I know who he is, yeah.
Be very careful. This guy, his last video that I saw, he told people, you want to make a lot of money, you want to make a lot of traffic on YouTube, go out and buy an item at Amazon and place this item in the nature, film it with people going, oh my Lord, oh my God, and then film the reaction and post it online. Now, what he was talking about is what they refer to in the industry, in the film industry, as a sideshow gaff, G-A-F-F. He said, go to Amazon.com, look up sideshow gaff. Now, he says this in his video, and if you want, I'll put the link in the description below, and you guys can listen to it. But when you go to Amazon, and what a sideshow gaff is essentially is like a small skeleton, like of an alien, or let's say the skeletal remains of what would be a pixie, or a fairy, like a little tiny skeleton. You put this in the mud with some leaves, and you you have your dog walk around, you got your camera, like, oh, look at this, and you point down, it's like, oh, Lord, what is this? You know, you move the leaves away, and you see the skeleton sitting there, you know, like, hey, look, it's got the wings and everything. If you do it right, you got people going, oh, you know, and you'll get millions of views. It does work.
Interesting.
But when you go to Amazon.com and you look up sideshow gaff, you come up with gaff. And if any of you know what gaff is, it's erotic lingerie that women would wear. Like, for example, underwear with no butt, for example, right? Go look it up. You can buy this stuff. It's adult stuff. But it's like...
You mean you could actually buy underwear that has butts in it?
You can buy underwear with a crotch lip. You can wear there's underwear without crotch in it.
That's it. And that's it. That's what in French, that's what a gaff is. It's actually gaff in French stands for mistake. But I mean, people that wear with no crotch, like you say.
This wasn't on purpose then.
Yeah. You know, it's a joke, you know, but it's what some people buy this stuff. Let's face it.
In other words, it looks like my underwear after they're so worn out. It's okay. Time to get a new pair, you know.
Are we recording?
Visualize that, people, please.
Okay.
Okay, so I have something to say. I'm ready.
But this guy...
It's amazing the things you got to say in order to get Carrie to respond to something.
Okay.
Carrie doesn't care. Carrie's my sister.
Yeah. No,
that's one reason she doesn't want to visualize.
Carrie's my adopted sister. Now, Carrie, I just ruined all your chances of winning a $25.
Gee, thanks.
But I still need you to comment, okay?
I do have something to say, though.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I was surfing yesterday, and I saw that John has some splash pages up with a video on it. And I was wondering if he would share it on our call, because I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah, share the screen, John, and let's see these.
Okay.
Your splash page with your video.
Okay, let me find it.
Yeah, now everybody keep quiet.
Give him some time.
Hold on. Everybody keep quiet and let's stare at John.
How about, let me see.
Now this is, Ernie, this is where you and I have to talk while John looks it up. Now look at the veins in John's forehead. You can see it.
It's okay, John, I'll save you. By the way, Ernie, have you done arbitrage?
What is that?
Okay, well, there's different types of arbitrage. There's e-commerce arbitrage, where you simply take an ad from Overstock, Amazon, you place it on eBay, spin it so that it's your ad. You know, you reword everything so it's not really copied. And you resell it. The person, it's all about getting found by keyword, picture search, that kind of thing. Once a person finds you, they pay you, you up the price of what the original price is, including fees. And then once they pay you, you go to that site where you got the ad, and you let them fulfill their shipment to the person that you took the money from. That's one way of arbitraging. The other way that I like to do it, I used to do it that way, I don't now, but the other arbitrage is outsourcing. Where let's say you don't know how to do websites, but that's a big money maker. You find somebody in Craigslist and other places where they're posting gigs like Backpage, wherever, and you go to Fiverr and Elance and sites like that, and you hire one of those people, but you get to keep the middleman price difference.
It's a popular thing on Fiverr too, isn't it, Belinda?
Oh, I have software that finds everything for me, so I don't have to spend hours doing it manually. And I do make good that way. I really do. You just have to know what to do.
Yeah, my problem is when it comes to services, when the arbitrage is that you just wonder if you can really trust the quality and the consistency of the work that the person is that you're basically purchasing and reselling the service from.
There's a way around that, Ernie.
Exactly what Jackie wants to say something.
Oh.
We're kind of running out of time, so hopefully John can find the splash page.
I found it.
Okay, so John, so we'll finish it off with John's pages.
Would it be easier if I just put the link up? And well, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, share screen. Come on. Due diligence. If I gotta put our ugly mugs on the thumbnail every day, you gotta at least share screen.
Okay. Now,
look how John turns into Arnold Schwarzenegger with his forehead.
Alone. We're picking on John.
Can we see? Can you see me? Can you see it?
There we go. That's
Professor
it.
John, Professor.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. With the background video too. That's awesome.
And he did a very good job of it.
And where did you have these made, John?
I did that actually. I was waiting to start my class, and I got there early. So I decided to go ahead and make a video right quick. Did you hear that?
Cool. Actually, guys, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to take the time to do is I'm going to put together a media package, the logos, that video that John's using. We got a couple other videos from Jerry David. But by the way, Jerry, if you're watching this, I want you in a live chat.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah.
I will ban you from our network if you don't get into this live chat. I will hurt you.
I'm getting scared.
Yeah. So, I'll put together a media package, a zip file. You guys can download and have all the content. I got a cat.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the cat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I did that because you know, I had the setting, I had everything, and you know, and I figured I'd go ahead and try to do a video.
Yeah. If any of you have any, like, you know, sample texts that we can put into the media package, you know, it'd be a good way to get our members to get the word out. You know, a lot of people like to make their own stuff.
Yeah.
Jackie wants to take off. I don't know. You can stop sharing screen, John. Are you still sharing screen?
Yeah.
Am I? I thought I stopped.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so if you guys don't mind, we'll wrap it up because I got to get going to go pick up a TV and a desk, and the person's messaging me finding out if I'm going to.
Ernie, Skype me so that I can tell you how to do that without worrying about, you know.
Or make a note, and we can talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, just write it down so you don't forget it. And that'll be one of the subjects for tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a daily live chat for Mardox, December 2nd, 2016. We had a pretty good show here today. I can't remember. I didn't remember how many people we have in all, but we had a whole bunch there. Yeah, there's 8 in all, so that's not bad. So subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Like the videos and comment. It's really important to do that. At the end of the month, we will pull drawings this month. We will pull 2 winners from whoever likes and comments throughout the month of December 2016. And there's going to be 2 winners of $25 gift cards. So for Amazon gift cards. So get in there, comment, like, you know, get the word out. Tell people on Facebook and on Twitter too. Get out there and, you know, and say, hey guys, come check out this channel. You don't need to be a member at Mardox necessarily. You can just be a subscriber to our channel. Doesn't matter. You're still eligible to win. It has to do only with the YouTube stuff. But get the word out. And if you guys want to say bye and wish everybody good luck.
God bless everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye,
everyone.
We'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.